Hello, you. Yes, this is Space Harrier on the Commodore 64, because I've not done this one before, have I? It's Sega ages not that long ago, and it's Space Harrier, and hey, look familiar at all? Yeah, Space Harrier, which I've had for, well, since probably about 1985, 1986, 1987, something like that. Notice this is a special cracked version, because, well, I could have loaded it off cassette, because I've got, look, they made the cassette case pink. That was very uncomfortable as a teenager. Like, why did you make it pink? Also, really oddly, there's holes. It's like it was printed for going in a normal. I say a normal. It's like there's two spines, and as if it was going to fit in a cassette jewel case. It's very, very strange. But oh well, there's the. Oh, I was hoping there's the cassette for you. And you also got an instruction manual in multiple languages. So we've got a cracked version with a nice theme tune. Actually, that's because the thing I noticed about this cracked version is it gives me different versions. This is both the Sega version for America and the Elite version for UK. So I figured we'd do both, eh? That's just incredible creatures, sensational scenery, super intense action. Yes, or rather, as they say in here, Space Harrier, our hero, a seasoned veteran of many space wars, is on the scene again. Again? I was unaware of his presence the first time. This is Space Harrier 1. That'll probably do. 1 to view the Sega loading screen. Okay. 2 to view the Space Harrier Sega title. Oh, okay, so that's what it looked like if you're in America then, programming Chris... Oh, but it's still Chris Butler doing the program. Okay. And that's the version that I'm used to, which looks quite nice. Yes, this time to save the dragon in capitals, land, which is occupied by barbaric and evil creatures and controlled by supernatural phenomena. Ooh. Elite Sega proudly presents another in the long line of original game concepts in Space Harrier, an action-packed adventure that pits you in mortal combat with aliens of another planet. Well, that narrows it down, eh? Aliens from another planet. And you... Oh, and then we got it in German. Let's give this a crack. Unser Held, ein routinierter Haudigen aus unsaligen Kämpfen im Alltritt wieder in Aktion. Diesmal zur Befreiung des Drachenlands. I wonder what that could be. Das in die Hand von barbarischen, bösen Kreaturen gefallen ist und nun von übernatürlichen Phänomenen beherrscht. Yeah, I don't do German. And then it's in French. Notre héros, un vétéran chevronné de guerre interplanétaire, est de retour. Cette fois, il doit savoir la terre du dragon. Dragon's the same in all languages, it would appear. Qui a été envahi par des créatures barbares et malevolent is malveillante. Malveillante, something like that. Et est contrôlé par un phenomenon, I don't know, supernatural. Tricky. Anyway, that's enough foreign language lessons. Right, so that was the title. So we'll do the Elite version first, and then we'll go and have a look at the Sega version after that. So E for Elite, please. And while it's loading, I could have then been prattling on all those different languages there, couldn't I? Oh well. What's on the back of this anyway? Oh, and then there's the instructions in English, French, and German. High score saver or trainer? Well, I think we'll have trainer, thanks. Unlimited lives? Let's not do unlimited lives, eh? Because otherwise we'll be here forever, won't we? No. Unlimited time? Yeah, go on then. Collision off. Yeah, well, that's going to be even worse than unlimited lives. I'll just... no. Yes, I'll have rapid fire, thank you very much. Starting level... we'll start at level 1, because that's where I started back in the day. Character... Commodore key for level skip? Yeah, go on then. And here we are. And the music was fine, if a bit repetitive from what I remember. Mark Cooksey, I think it is. Let's crack on. Brace yourselves for this, because, I mean, what are you going to expect? The mind-blowing checkerboard graphics of the arcade and the cabinet and the huge analog joystick wanging yourself around all over the place, or this? I mean, it's fairly fast. I mean, that bush hit me in the face. Bush hit me in the face before I knew what was happening. You can go out and the scenery tilts a bit and you get hit by rocks. It's just a bit... I mean, the enemies are there, aren't they? It's just around the same time as this came out. We also had stuff like California Games and Defender of the Crown and Cosmic Causeway. Cosmic Causeway had blooming, or was it Trailblazer? One of those two was around the same time as this. And that had fancy checkerboard graphics spinning fast, pretty fast. It's a bit workmanlike, shall we say? It seems to be there, but there's no... I mean, could they have crammed in a bit of the speech, maybe? To be honest, I think the speech is just... The first thing you notice is, why is the ground grey? Having some, just some raster bars going along the bottom would have been something, wouldn't it? Just... we weren't expecting arcade perfect. There was no way you could do that on the 64. You couldn't cram Space Harrier onto the 64 without some... Oh, are we getting dragon time? Ah yes, the dragon. Again, I mean, it's the multi-part dragon, but it just looks a bit pup, doesn't it? Oh dear, doesn't it? It just looks a bit pup. And now we're on a grey and brown level. Wonderful. Damn. How many lives do I get anyway? I did say no to it in infinite lives, didn't I? I mean, these giant heads, they kind of look okay. They kind of look digitised, but again, they also look a bit pup, don't they? Yeah. Whoa. Damn. Should have got an auto fire. Oh, there is. That's what the rapid fire is. I don't have to keep hammering the button then. Damn. Ooh. Damn. Poop. How many lives have I got? Or is it you got... Hang on. Is it you... When you got infinite time, is that... Damn. Do you have infinite lives until the time runs out? By giving myself infinite time, I've effectively given myself... That's what I've blooming done, haven't I? Oh dear. Well, at least there's... Oh dear. There's not as many levels as in the arcade, I believe. I think there's something like 12 levels instead of 18, so just dodge everything on this one, isn't it? How I know that you're supposed to go up and down on this level, and yeah, I mean, I'm terrible at Space Harrier. I mean, you've seen me playing it on Sega Ages, probably, and you'd expect nothing less than for me to be terrible at it. But how did I know that this level's just up and down? That's odd. I'm confusing myself now with knowledge that I didn't know I had. Oh well, let's not worry about it. Enough other stuff to worry about. Gets tedious though, doesn't it? Oh, two-headed one. Ooh. There we go. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm not saying I could do better, but I think a professional... Could you at least get someone in to maybe make it look a bit nicer? Because let's face it, it's Space Harrier. It's supposed to look nice. It's supposed to be impressive, fast look, and look nice. I mean, I know you're stuck with... You're limited to what you've got here, but... Choosing brown as a background colour is not... If goes, not brown, it's orange. It's a dark orange. But no. It's orange and... It's not... It's brown and grey. I mean, you had no hope of getting the arcade machine properly onto an 8-bit, but you could make it look nicer than this. And I haven't even mentioned those great big boxes around your bullets. Right, all their bullets. Would it have been impossible to have those properly transparent instead of... I mean, it looks okay against the grey background there, and it looks okay against... That's when you... Can you see the box around... You know what I mean, the bounding boxes around the white blobs that I'm firing. When they fire yellow ones, you can see... Come on, fire some at me. There's just boxes around them. Would it have been impossible to make those properly transparent? Or, yeah. I mean, there is attention to detail there. And oh, hello, it's this guy. At least we had a nice, good look at him before he pissed off into the distance again. Can I get him at all? Oh, come on. Yay, there we go. How much longer can we take, do you reckon? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I think on this, it's not just a case of how good can you get at it. You know, hoping your skills, reactions, and knowledge as to how to defeat the level and that thing, but also training yourself to not be bored to the back teeth with it. It's just take an absolutely mind-blowing 3D experience from the arcades and then stick it onto the... I mean, that's a nice picture there, but it's not really great game-wise, is it? And to be honest, it's not that great. It's not that great on the Sega Saturn. How many decades later in 32 bits? I mean, it looks lovely and everything, but it's not the home. It's not the same experience without being chucked around on a hydraulic seat, a huge screen, is it? I mean, but there we go, eh? Give me a game of Zaxxon. Back to the dragon again. And he's dead. Stage 6. Yeah, I think we'll probably knock this one on the head here and see what the other version looks like, eh? So, bear with me. Let's pause there and I'll bring it up in a second. And here we are back at this point. So let's press S to load the Sega version. Now, I haven't seen this before, so I don't know if you have, but it's the first time for me. I mean, look how colourful that is. That's what you're used to on a Commodore 64, not brown and grey, no matter what the Specky and Amstrad owners say. It's not all brown and grey. Yeah, trainers. Unlimited lives? No. Unlimited time? No. Collision off? No. Yes, for rapid fire. Yeah, we'll stick on the same level. Yeah, we'll have those. Thank you. Okay, this looks identical, doesn't it? Did they just tweak Chris Butler's version of it? Okay, well, let's see. Oh, hello. Still grey though, isn't it? And they've sorted out the... It's a bit slower, isn't it? I think it's a bit slower, but it does look nicer. Is it slower because those raster bars are a bit slow? Make a world of difference though, don't they? And sorting out the bounding boxes around your bullets. Oh, this is... Oh, hello, we got some different sounds as well. Is this one of these rare occasions when the American release was better than the 64? Better than the UK European PAL version? This really makes a world of difference. This is quite something. Still grey, but you know, I mean, you could have had cyan and blue on them, couldn't you? But maybe you will on the later level. But I'm not running on infinite lives now, so our chances of seeing that are slim to negligible. Yeah, they sorted out their bullets as well, haven't they? The slight, and they're coloured. Right, okay. I can't quite tell whether it's just because those raster bars are moving kind of slowly, whether it's a bit slow, whether it's the same speed as it was. But yes, it's much, much nicer. Oh, that's a bit fancier as well, isn't it? Still not amazing, but it's much more the sort of... They were listening to what I said. I swear, I've never played this version. I had no idea what I was going to be. I thought it was going to be a completely different game. Oh, yeah, same game, but completely different code. Not taking Chris Butler's version and tweaking it using the suggestions that I made. Ooh. Was he running when he was on the ground and flying in the sky before? I hadn't noticed that. Yeah, so basically they've taken Chris Butler's code and given it a few more weeks, perhaps. So I knew whose fault that was. Was it Elite? Just wanted to get it out there. And Sega, when they went, we want to publish a version, and went, well, we'll take that and make it a bit better. We're not putting that out like it is. What will they... Well, I suppose they wouldn't have published an American version of Amstrad or Spectrum versions, would they? What other home versions there were? Chinny, have you done this one? I'm going to have to check that now. Poop. I mean, it's almost an enjoyable game now. Now they've gone with orange and brown instead of just brown. I mean, yeah, it's not the checkerboard, but checkerboard would have been a bit tricky. Probably eat up a few more CPU cycles, whereas I think 64 can kind of do scrolling rasters in its sleep pretty much, can't it? Basic ones like that. I've seen enough demo scene stuff to see very, very fancy rasters. Oh look, we're going back to grey on grey, oh well. Okay. God, I've got enough blown lives, haven't I? Maybe this is why. Maybe I did get this far before. Maybe when you had, did it give you this many lives normally? Might as well stop firing with my thumb around. Did it give you this many lives? So I had got this far before on 64. And then probably forgotten about it when playing a version that actually resembles the arcade. Oh, whoa. Ooh, getting where I am now. And phew. Still can't get over the pink case they chose for the Inday. I mean, pink scenery there and everything, but it just seemed odd. It was the 80s. Trying to appeal to boys wanting to shoot aliens with a pink case was very odd. I mean, I know Turbocharge came in a very, very vibrant fuchsia pink case. But you could kind of go with that. It kind of stood out. But I don't know, this sort of insipid Barbie pale sort of pink was very, very strange. And go around in circles. And all back, there we go. Oh, 2 shades of grey and brown. Why, you are spoiling us, Mr. Ambassador. Shoot everything, shoot everything, shoot everything. Try not to run into anything. Or just run into stuff. I just can't get over how much different sorting out your bullets makes such a difference. Previously it just seemed like a bit of an amateur bodge job. It was very workmanlike, wasn't it? I think that's the thing, isn't it? Chris Butler's stuff a lot of the time did come across as workmanlike. There you go, it's all there. What do you mean it's not fun to play? You've got all the bits you wanted in the game, haven't you? It works, what are you complaining about? Maybe I'm being harsh, but that's kind of the feeling I got. He says, being completely unable to remember what other Chris Butler conversions there were. Power Drift was rated as very good, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure I've played that one, haven't I? And it's kind of okay. I mean, I know you go, it's Commodore 64 Racer, what are you expecting? And I think that's possibly it, isn't it? What do you expect? And Afterburner, Thunderblade was kind of raved about at the time, but I think, again, missing a lot of the point from the arcade, like this. Damn. Commando, I'm going to have to do Commando sometime. Oh, actually, someone did there's an updated version of Commando, isn't there? I'm going to have to look up... Damn. I'm going to have to look up the updated version of Commando. How many can I put in? Oh, okay. Oh, Geiger Punk or Geiger Pum? Geiger Pun, obviously. Well, there we go. That's very, very interesting to me anyway. I mean, maybe you're bored, it's senseless. But I think that's interesting. That they took the PAL release and improved it in exactly the ways that I suggested. I'm quite surprised about that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to dig out Commando now, because I realised I've not done Commando before, have I? Pretty sure I did Akari Warriors and Mercs, but I don't think I ever got Commando working, so I'll have to dig that out, and also have a look for the updated version, because I heard good things about that. Right, I've got something to do next now. Well, there we go. Before I start rambling on about a game that I'm not actually playing, let's wrap up this one. That was Space Harrier on the 64, both the Elite version released in the UK and the Sega version released in the States. So, both programmed by Chris Butler, but I wonder did Chris have longer? Did they get him in to finish it off? And this is more like the version we would have got if Elite hadn't told him it had to be out by a certain date? Or... curious, I'm going to have to look that up now. But, in the meantime, we shall leave it there. Like I say, that's Space Harrier on the 64. I hope you enjoyed watching. Catch you on the next one, maybe. Ta-ta!